Yo, welcome back to Bannerlord, the Khuzait campaign. So, last time we sieged both Melion and Maize, and we found ourselves surrounded by the Empire, but we were able to make peace with their council and their new emperor since we executed their last one. And we were in a bit of a sticky situation here because we were getting surrounded and we had to come to terms before we got absolutely decimated by all these. If they shouldn't have made peace with me, being real. If they didn't, they would have destroyed us as we left my Z. So the first thing I want to do is check. Let me see what they got here as far as workshops.
It's an honor
Um,
to meet you.
okay, no workshop from him. What does he
Allow me,
have? No workshop there either. Is
allow
it
me.
just a wool weaver? It is just a wool weaver. Okay, so speaking of wool, uh, just a reminder this is my first playthrough. So I didn't realize all those first 20, 30 episodes of me running around in Khuzait territory that they had basically a monopoly on wool. They have what, one, two, three, four, uh, I want to say, I don't know if that one counts, but around four or five wool villages, sheep villages, and I always buy the sheep from there. And Ortongard, I think Chaiklin and Akalat all have wool reaveries. So I want to this episode buy all three of those wool reaveries so that we can have. I know we only have five workshop slots, but when we get six, we'll be able to have all three. So we'll have a monopoly on the silk trade from my main settlements and a monopoly on the wool trade from the Khuzait territory. I think that's a good play, especially if I'm considering keeping peace with the Khuzites until I have to take these castles. And we discussed that we want Cyrotus. I'm gonna mispronounce some of these. Empinosa, Empinosa, Lakshana, and Odrisa. Yeah, enjoy those pronunciations because I just cannot pronounce these names sometimes. So yeah, that's our plan as far as expansion. Besides going further westward, we were able to take two powerful banners. Let me go. I do have some upgrades, but let me see what they were. Who I gave them to. Okay, the Iron Banner, and let me see. The Standard of Wrath. I think those were the two. And I'm thinking about putting those away because I don't want to lose them in case they die. This episode is mainly going to be focused on being a merchant, I guess. I want to be able to make my money back up to 3 million and further. So I'm going to go for those workshops. I'm going to work on managing our two new fiefs and keeping our two mercenary contracts that we got. I almost forgot about them. Let me go check them out. So we have Jawal and Elefthorian. These are our two mercenaries, and we were very lucky to be able to get both of them. So everyone should be sent to defensive. If I check my parties, everyone actually lost a lot of troops in the recent sieges, and we have one caravan slot. I don't know if there's only one, but we need to get back to our four total. Our companion slots are full because I believe the last one we got was Bitter Drought, our surgeon, and everyone else is pretty much where they need to be. We don't need to bring the governor of Cyronia out to my Z because, as it turns out, it's fully upgraded. It's already done. I mean, there's literally nothing to do here. So I didn't look up anything for blacksmithing, so we're gonna do blacksmithing this episode, and we're kind of just gonna wing it, and I'm gonna figure it out as we just do it. But I did look up how to siege a town after starving them out, how to actually break up their economy and starve out a settlement. So I might try that on my next siege of a settlement. I can't really do it for castles, I think. If you notice, we don't have nearly as much influence points as we did previously. We had like over 1,000, and that's because I showed mercy when I sieged this town, and I had to get my reputation back with our mercenaries and such. And in doing that, I was able to keep the loyalty and I think the food up pretty well here. I think this is set up. We don't have anyone to govern here right now until my kids come of age. And I think, yeah, Ayla's the first one, and she is possibly going to be married to the outcast. So my firstborn son is probably going to end up governing this place if we even really need it. I don't know if we're going to need it. Oh, one other thing. The encyclopedia, I never used this, but I figured out that you can actually just go around and check the tier upgrades for literally any troop, which is crazy to me because I could have used this. I could have used this for real for helping me figure out who to upgrade and what it does because it actually shows you their abilities. One-handed 134, uh, bow 130, riding 130, shit like that. Let me see what the con guard is. Bow is at 200 for the con guard, and polearm's at 200 for the con guard, and riding's at 200. That's why he's so good. So I never really knew that, but fun little tidbit. I'm about to let everyone go because I want to keep the peace for as long as possible so that all these parties are able to regain their full strength before fighting again. Let me check our feats. Onira, loyalty. I think they're all going up just slightly. Yeah, they're all going up just barely. Except for this one. This one's almost done. This one's almost at 100. And I kind of want to leave him here. I don't know if I have another engineer type. I think I do. I did. It was Tuval, and he's leading Dungar. So, there's actually just nothing else for me to do here. We just gotta get out of here. Let's move out, boys. Thank God we made peace, because that that Imperial army is actually terrifying. They really planned it out well. They just surrounded us and waited. They couldn't have done it better, being real. We're going to stop at Melion as we leave and check them out. This canyon is such a dangerous canyon. We can really get stuck and trapped in here. Alright, so we are going to keep, obviously, I'm taking this settlement. These two are not ready for a settlement. And even if they are ready for a settlement, I run the settlements around here. So I'm taking that. I need to decide if I'm gifting Melion to one of them or saving it in case one of our mercenaries decide to become vassals. That's the key here, is getting these mercenaries to become vassals so that these tier 5, and they're both tier 5 if I remember correctly. So tier 5, and I think they're both like very rich. I really want to save it just in case they do become vassals and I can gift it to them. So this one is sitting at, it's increasing in loyalty and food. It's not bad at all. Now the garrison, I don't remember. It's Sturgian and Imperial. And Aserai as well, probably. Ooh, they have a raider. I'll take that Khuzait raider. Hmm. And a nomad. I'll take that too. Okay. So these garrisons aren't bad, but they're not good either. I wouldn't go ahead and say they were good. What should we set this to? It had reserves in it. I didn't put those reserves in. So that must mean that that was there when we took the place. Okay. We'll fill this up. We'll do... Honestly, we'll do 3. There we go. That way that's just constantly upgrading. It's not a good castle by any means. But I'm wondering, should I do irrigation, drills, or raise troops? I'm probably going to keep it on raised troops just for now until we think about it. I didn't even check the stash over there to see if they stashed anything, but I doubt they did. Alright, let's actually just get over to Onira and start blacksmithing. We're going to try to upgrade our blacksmithing levels as much as we can. And once we finish that, we will head over to the Khuzait territory. We'll get troops, food, and buy those wool weaveries. Ugh. I do want to check diplomacy real quick because I have this, and there's time limits here. So 54 days and then 3 days until the alliance expires. So I really need to think about what I'm going to do next if I get declared war on while I'm doing this. That's the real problem. But I think I can recruit troops from nowhere. Alright, let's pull this out of the stash. We have so much. Oh no, first, before we do that, let's actually trade. Get a little money off of what we won. I guess I could put 2,000 in here for now. And save the rest of it. Because I'm going to buy food in Khuzait territory anyway, so bringing all of the food stocks to Amprella will probably be the last thing I do. Alright, I've been talking about it for 2 or 3 episodes. It's finally time to start blacksmithing. Smithy. Okay, smelt. That looks like it. Now hold on, let me make sure that I'm doing it right. There's no like dismantle option. Free build, refine, smelt. So this is the one thing I haven't done yet. I'm not seeing the shield, so I don't think we can make shields. Alright, let's get started. We're just going to do a full thing of charcoal first. I wonder, should I do a whole nother set of charcoal? I feel like I do. Let's just do that. I need to make sure I don't wait like longer than I have to. Because I do have a bad habit of doing that. I leveled up smithing already. That's actually important. Let me see what the smith has. The smith has steel maker. So if I need to make steel, I'm just gonna go with him. I'm just gonna like take him into the blacksmith and do that. Oh shit, he leveled up his bow. I didn't even see that. Okay. Armor penetration, movement speed while reloading. We're obviously doing this one. And we're about to do a lot of smelting, so Curious Smelter is the obvious choice. Done. Now let's upgrade these guys while we're here. Doing this stuff. I guess we can do that. Okay, done. I think that's enough time. It was not enough time. But that's fine. Let's do iron. Gonna need a lot of this. Wait. Mongolia and Khuzait has resolved. Let me see if I can immediately set that back up. Because we need that. Is not ready for an alliance. Lack of common enemies, low relations between rulers. That's right, I lost a lot of relation with the leader when I killed the emperor. As long as I buy those wool reaveries before the war starts with the Khuzites, if the war starts with the Khuzites, I'll be happy. Maybe I should do that before I push this any further. That might be a good idea. Okay, I think I'm going to sit with this for now, put this in the stash, and run through Khuzait territory just in case they decide to, because I'm going to be sitting here for a while. I'll hold on to the silk so that I can drop everything off in the workshops when I come back. Okay. And I still need to switch the banners out and drop this food off. Well, I'll drop all the food off when we get back at Amprella. So, yeah, let's move the fuck out. I think I'm gonna take the route from Akalat. So I only have 2 workshop spaces right now, and I'm thinking Chaiklin and Ortongard are the obvious choices. Akalat will be my 6th. I'm gonna try to avoid nomads for now, as best as I can. But we're definitely getting the wool weavery from here. I also learned that there's a little trick you can do. So let's say I wanted to take over the market in Khuzait territory for wool, right? I would buy the wool weavery here since it's like, it's got the most, I think it's got the most wool villages working for it. Well, maybe it doesn't, but I don't know. Possibly the most wool comes through Ortongard, and we have competition over here, competition over here. You can actually buy a workshop. You can
My greetings.
change it to like a silversmith or a brewery, and then sell that workshop back to the person or whoever, and it stays as a brewery or wherever you changed it to for that person, so it no longer is a wool weavery. So you do that to all your competition, and you're the only one sitting with a wool weavery, so everyone has to buy it for you, and it's super cheap. So I don't know about doing that for this run, because I'm kind of just gonna buy the workshops and just own, kind of like what I'm doing with the silk in my territory. I'm just monopolizing all the trade, and so that's just what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna buy each wool weavery and just have it from there. Take it from there. You know what I mean? Let's go to workshop. Actually, I need to go to it right here. So we now have the wool weavery. Get input from warehouse. Set this to 25%. I don't know if that's correct, but that's what I have everything else set to, and they seem to be making money just fine. I don't know if I'm maximizing my profits or whatever, but we're doing it. We're getting it done. So we now have this wool weavery, which is very good. I'm actually going to sell this shield back since it's useless. I don't know if I saw the bows either. I don't think we can make bows, so I'm actually not going to worry about that. Let me see if there's wool here. There is grain. We're taking that. Oh, there is meat too. I think I want to take that. There's the wool. Perfect. So we're going to put all that. I wonder if wool is what I'm supposed to put in, or is it sheep that I'm supposed to put in? Okay, so according to the internet, it is in fact wool that we're supposed to put in, and that's going to turn it into cloth or something. But let's see if that makes us money just by doing that. Okay, so it's going through it slightly well. Hmm. I'll put the rest of it in here. That way it's just sitting at 300. I think that makes sense to me. Felt? That's what's making here? Thought it would be cloth or something. Okay. I wonder if I'm supposed to set all of the output in my warehouses, workshops to 100%. I really should look that up. I'm probably gonna do that. I'll look it up when I buy the other one. And I know I am over capacity. We're just gonna deal with it until we get back to Amprella. And I'm probably gonna run out of time for Amprella too. I'm really just worried about getting this done before the Khuzites decide to declare war on me. If they were to do it right now, I'd be cooked. I truly would. And I don't know what happens to my workshops if they're in cities that are at war with me. So that'll be a first time learning experience. Where are Lancers? Right here. Heavy Lancer. 130 polearm, so not as good as Con Guards, obviously. Hmm. Wow, their athletics is pretty high. Okay. Well, the more you know about the information on what you're using. I'm trying to do full Khuzait, so I might as well be a little knowledgeable. Okay. I think I already got the troops in here. No, I did not. We'll take those two. Only one left. Now let's buy the... Oh, fuck. We just lost a fucking... Oh, and after I spent all that influence... God damn, they actually left. Fucking Asarai, dude. Oh, I'm so mad. That just hurt. That hurt so bad. Wow. My relation with him wasn't that high. It could have been higher had I not showed mercy in my Z. We used them while we had them, you know, that we at least got two successful sieges with them as a part of our clan. But that's really going to hurt us with defense. If these guys leave, I'm actually going to cry. Because these are the ones that I really want to give Melion to. I'm going to try to find the jaw walls again and get them back. That hurt. That really hurt. Because I'm nowhere near them to try to, like, catch them before they leave. You know, I'm going to have to go hunt them down again. That might be the last thing I do this episode, is try to hunt them down and get them back. All right, here we are. We were able to make it before any wars popped off. I'm so salty about the jaw walls leaving me, but we're gonna go try and get them back before they get a fief or something crazy like that. So we have one slot left. Let's fill that out. Let's look for some wool. They should have a lot of wool here. Let's take a look. Oh, they have some fish at a ridiculous price. A little grain. Some meat. And wow, they only have 30 wool. That's actually sad. They do have some silk as well, so we're going to take that. Okay, now where is the wool weaver here? There's supposed to be one.
Well, now, stranger. Be
Wood. We do not want wood. We want wool.
it's been a while.
I wish to buy your wool weavery. That's the winner. Now, workshop. Let's drop all of it in. There you go. And then we go to clan, other, or Tongard, get input, set to 25%. There we go. Let's try 0, because most of them sit around 300 to 400. So if the daily income actually increases when we check it again, we'll know we made the right decision. Because I am really just trying to set it and forget it. So let's do that. Let's see what that does. Everything's set. Okay. We'll see how that works. I think that's everything that we need from Khuzait territory. So we can actually head back. Umbrella is going to be fully stocked on food. We're never going to have to worry about this for many years. Because we went actually crazy. Like, we went insane this time. And those prisoners are really, like, carrying them around. They're all wanting to join. So I feel good about that. I'm actually going to put another support into the Sturgian mercenaries. Because I just don't want them to leave. That might have been why the Jawas left. And I'm going to go for them. I'm really going to go try to find them. Like, real shit. These two are still tier 2. Every time I get to, like, 400 influence, I'll drop a support into there until they're on friend status. Okay. So we have 2 silk villages to stop at. And then we can drop all this off at Umbrella. And then we'll drop off the banners and more silk here and finish up at Onira. Is this another silk right here? It is. So there's actually 3 silk villages we can get to. It's wild as fuck. I feel like it did increase the profits slightly. Maybe not at Umbrella, but definitely these two. Maybe. I don't know what flooding the market actually means. I am no businessman by any means. So we finally have everything. Let's get it all dropped off and see if we can't kill these mountain bandits before moving on to Cyronia. They're all clumped up. I wonder if I can hit them all at once. That would be really cool. No, they're just gonna run. So I do have to get this stuff dropped off before I can do anything about it. But we now have 452 meat. This stash deposit is going to be huge. Absolutely massive. Let me see if I need to hold on to anything. So Amprella could use some food stocks. This one's good. That one's good. That one's great. That one's great. How are we doing here? That one's going up. And that one's going up. So everything seems to be going up. And the loyalty here is actually going up now too. So Amprella is the only one that actually needs me to sell anything to them. I've tried. Let me see here.
I'm yours to command.
Yeah, these supporters, I've tried to get more supporters here in Amprella specifically, but they just refuse to. Oh my god, is he gonna do it? Would you influence my clan? 80,000. Holy shit. Alright, we finally got another supporter. Let me see what that puts me at. I think it's here. 1.05. Holy shit. So that is Cyronia, Amprella, Onira. Amprella, Cyronia, Onira. So that's 2 Onira, 2 in Amprella, and 3 in Cyronia. I think that's all the supporters that we really need. 900, that's perfect. And we're going to sell 2,000 grain to Amprella so that their food stocks shoot up. That should work. How's the garrison look? It's almost full. It's actually good. Okay. 2,000 grain. Let's see how that helps here. So let's see how much this helps when we finish. Oh, look at that. Everything is done here. So this is a fully upgraded town now. We've been waiting on that. Now, as far as how much to deposit, I'd say that looks good, right? And then we can do like 120, something like that in the other two. Yeah. I feel like that works. Alright, I don't think there's anything else we need here. Let's just try to kill these 3 bandits in 4 days. There we go. Surrender. They are not surrendering, so we're just gonna have to kill them. Throwing me off.
Victory is ours!
Hell yeah. And that time we didn't lose anybody. So we're only down by 2 out of everything that we bought. Which is fine. It definitely doesn't fuck with my OCD at all. Not even a little bit. It's probably like entirely if you as a viewer have been watching more than a couple episodes, you can probably tell that my OCD is bad with video games. It's so bad. Okay, we can finally move along. Let's actually sell the loot we got out of this. So let's go to this one first, actually. Conspiracy War Party. Did another damn thing start already? Oh, the Conspiracy War Party was what came after. I didn't even see this. It's a good thing I came this way, or else I would have lost out. Alright, let's finish these guys off. These guys are actually tough, so I'm actually have to take this serious. I think they full charge us. So let's set up a formation. Let's do shield wall. And let's line it up like this. Perfect. Let's... I feel like we dismount. Let's do them like this. And they should be... Actually, I think a line will be fine. Let's do them like that. We'll hold fire for both. And the cavalry can sit in the back. And we'll use them if we have to. But we'll try to keep them kind of safe. Now all of these are... Well, I can't do that right now, unfortunately. Alright, everyone except the cavalry.
Stand fast!
Set this stand fast, yes. Okay. And we will wait for the opportune moment to fire. Alright, are y'all in perfect formation? Y'all are stuck with your horses, aren't you? Let's actually just mount.
Bam! Horses!
Alright, just in case we need them. Are they coming? I hope they are. You good, buddy? You can get on your horse? There you go. That's what I was waiting for.
Hear me!
Okay, men. Prepare yourselves. It's about to go down for real.
Shoot at
Fire.
will!
Take them out. Holy Jesus. I like how I told them to stand still and they didn't. But they're pretty much done. Yep. That looks good to me. Just rain them down with arrows before they can get here. Oh, I'm gonna shoot a little higher. Is that Noggin right there? Which one is Noggin in charge of? She's in charge of the cavalry. I wonder if she's firing. I think she is. Alright, let's actually move this formation. We could send all of our cavalry after them. And this formation can line up a little bit better, actually. Let's do it like this.
Get moving!
Perfect. I think some of our boys got kind of stuck with them now. Yeah, look at all the cavalry that's just stuck. Sure that these guys are cooked. Yeah, they never stood a chance. Never even stood a chance. Finish them off real fast, like. There we go.
Cut them down! Soldiers! Cut them down!
Alright, go finish them. They're pretty much done anyway.
Soldiers here, horsepowerman! At them!
Too easy. I think that's it. Yep. We only lost 3 out of it. Not bad at all. Done. And we just got a whole bunch more loot after just selling this shit. Like, god damn it. The one time I don't want loot. Alright, let's actually do these guys. They have 626 defenders, not bad. They have 407, which is not bad either. While we're out here, we can drop off. Oh my god, they left. No. Where's the leader? That's the leader right there. I wonder if I can catch up to him. No, come back. I've invested too much into you. No way, dude. You know what? Fine. They want to leave? Let them fucking leave. You know what we'll do? We'll give another one of our companions this castle. Preferably a Khuzait. I think we have one. I remember what both of them were pretty much called. So I think it shouldn't be too hard to find them again. Bolot is gonna get Stuart leveled up. Okay, here we are. Let's go to Garrison. There we go. Because some of them are pretty good too. Uh, Alright. Got them in there for the free ski. Let's actually check on recruit troops. Look at all these. I guess we'll bring these to Melion. If we can. We were at least able to beef up both garrisons just a tad. And this one's actually full. It's actually over capacity. Good thing I saw that. Do you have any looters or any useless crap? Let's see. You do have looters. Thank goodness. Take these out, and that's perfect. Now, we set this one to drills. I feel like that is what it needs. Hopefully it doesn't get sieged, because that is a huge reserve I just put in. I mean, gigantic. Do this again, and this again. Do this again. Oop, wrong one. This again. Please stop that. This again. Okay. So drills, that's plus 8 XP to the garrison troops per day. Hopefully that gets them up to a pretty decent level. I don't know if they automatically tier them up or if I have to manually tier them up. I pray to the Bannerlord gods that it does it automatically. But let's head back, grab our footmen, and finish what our original goal was. Grab these two, drop the silk in here, and actually do the blacksmithing that we started off. I really didn't want to make a whole nother clan because it's just going to be another tier 2 clan. I was really hoping to get one of those tier 5s as a vassal. But it's looking like that's what we're going to have to do. I might try it with that. I really don't want to sacrifice another caravan though, because those are the main, well, other than the settlements, the main money makers. Alright, did we set it to irrigation? We did. I don't feel like they need that though. Let's do festivals and games. I think this one's set to festivals and games too. I think the only one that really needs irrigation set is Amprella, which actually got their food stocks back up. And their loyalty is at 100. Holy shit. Okay, cool. Warehouse. We have so much. That works. That works. Dungeon, donate. Hired crossbow. Eh. I really need the influence. I spent all that influence on those two mercenary leaders. So I really want to get those two mercenary leaders specifically back. because they already have that relationship spent on him. Very sad indeed. I wonder how much money he has.
I await your orders.
Let me see how much money you've actually spent. Oh my goodness, you've spent all the money I gave you? All damn near. 200k? 200k. That sounds good to me. Yeah. Okay, where is Tuval? I wonder if he's not even upgrading his party's like tiers because he doesn't have a party slot because he's not tier 3.
I'm yours to command.
How much have you spent? Not nearly as much, and it's probably exactly the reason I said it. It was. I'm gonna give him just 100k. Yeah, I'm not gonna give him nearly as much. That works for me. And it doesn't put me below 2 million. There you go. Alright, let's roll. I really want the Sturgians back. And I'm not going to give anyone Melion Castle just yet until I see if I can get the Sturgians back. Now we can finally do some blacksmithing. Maybe drop a little food off too. Let's go to the stash. What are we at? 4,000, 10,000. Oh, this is just as good as Umbrella is. It doesn't need anything. But we do need to take all this back out. All of it. There we go. Especially considering we just donated all that money. We need to make that money back. Now we go to the warehouse and drop it all. This one will have the most. Damn, 300? That's kind of crazy. Let me check how everything's doing. Maybe we set these to 25 so that it can stock up on some outputs. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Just because I'm not going to be able to go out there that often. So if anything, these are the ones that need to be on 0. And for now, these are the ones that need to be on 25. I feel like that makes sense. Kind of, sort of, kind of, sort of. I feel like all of our settlements are good. Can't really get much better than what we're at right now. Okay, fill this back up. Okay. Now we start making wrought iron. I'm so butthurt that both of my mercenaries left. Can't believe that happened.
I'm at your service.
I wonder if he is... Yeah, he's already one of my guys. And he's already at 100, so I don't need to do his quest. Is he one of my guys? Command. He is not one of my guys. I can have 3 in Onira now. How much do you cost? Oh my god, 900k? Jesus. Why not? This will be the last one though. Is he powerful? He is. Okay. Literally, I cannot afford an 100k supporter. I just can't do it. But we have 8 supporters, and only 2 of them are in Amprella. That's cool. I fuck with it. Yeah, you see, so sitting it to 25%, it already is starting to put a little bit of the outputs in the warehouse. I'm starting to understand how workshops work. A little bit, low key. Now let's smith. We need the wrought iron and the iron. Alright, I think that's enough. Let's do it. Let's start with the two-handed cleaver. That looks like it's the only one. No, the knife needs iron as well. So we actually do need to make another iron. Okay, and let me see. This needs 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 15. I think we need 15 wrought iron. Alright, let's try it out. I guess we start at the top. Smelt. Smelt. Goodbye, scythe. Two-handed cleaver. New smithing part unlocked. Okay. Maybe it wasn't working for the earlier ones? I have no idea. The two-handed is what I heard makes the most money, so I think that was a good thing. Wow, we unlocked so much. What the hell? It just keeps going. Okay, then. Okay. Maybe I was smelting the wrong things? What if I want to make a two-handed sword? Let's see. Size? What does the size do? Honestly, I just don't know. Okay. Oh, this is what tells me how much these this sword costs. Can I do an order? What orders are here? Perfect. Make it. Client is satisfied. We just made some big money off of that too. Can I forge this one now? I can. Client is satisfied. I think I can do this one too. Let me see how much that sword I just made actually sells for. Crafted two-handed sword. 800 gold? Are we dead ass? That's not bad at all. Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down. So I think we take these horses out and we just leave Onira and Amperella as food storages, and we'll have the banners, the horses, and the blacksmithing materials in Cyronia because it's in the middle and we can kind of do back and forth stuff with it. I feel like that's the play. And we need to drop off these banners before I forget. Let's go to inventory. Alright, that one's normal. That one's mine. I'm actually going to take everyone's off and reorganize the banners. I just don't need these guys dying with them. And I don't know if Unagin is actually using the longbow. I don't know what's the deal with the longbow right now. It's an AI. She should be using it. She's a noble. There's no reason for it not to work. Alright, stash. Here we go. Let's drop them all in. Put the hardwood in, the crude iron, the charcoal. And this will be perfect for when I want to blacksmith again, now that I know how much money is actually able to be made from just a two-handed longsword that I made off the first go. Not bad at all. Alright, all the noble mounts have to go. Yeah, let's give her that one. But yeah, mine's kind of versatile. It can go with cavalry or infantry. This one can go with pretty much anything too. Yeah, I think that is the play. Everyone's got one. We're good. We are, in fact, good. Okay. And that is good. Perfect, perfect. All right, I have been recording for a while. I think it is just about time to... Good, perfect save, because I'm about to call this episode. Let's actually go to the encyclopedia before we do and see where our people are. Clans, minor. All right, my fellow, where did you run off to? That's in Tigrit territory, I think. These guys are going to be so hard to find. Where did you run off to? Is that Volantian territory? Oh my god. So one just took off west, and the other one just took off east. Polar opposite directions. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to find them. I'm probably going to go for the Sturgian first, being real. But we did everything that we wanted to do as a merchant today. I feel like everything today was very money-making themed. I'm going to actually check before I get off, see how much of the blacksmithing we have actually leveled up. I don't know if we did. Oh, and while we're here, we do have tier 5 troops. I almost forgot about that. Let's go to garrison. Does it have room? Has a bunch of Imperials. Let's do that before I get off. Why not? Take these over there. That way we have a full party. So start a next episode. Well, not a full party. A party that we understand how much we need to get out of Khuzait territory before the start of the next episode. And we can actually check on the Khuzait alliance. Yeah, they still don't want to make an alliance with us. So we might be fighting the Khuzites eventually. It might be going down. Here we go. And we don't need that many. And there we go. It's actually good to me. Okay. Like I said, a successful merchant-based episode. Got the workshops, got the blacksmithing done, and we got a army that we still need to fill out, but we got some experience for our troops, which is always good. Garrison, this one has plenty of room for these 51 recruits. It's kind of insane. There we go. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be dropping new Bannerlord episodes weekly, and I will see y'all in the next one. I swear, I am addicted to this game. I mean, I really just don't feel like playing anything else. This is so fun to me. All right, y'all. Bye.